Ever wondered how to make your own tahini at home? Well, today's your lucky day. Tahini, for those who might not be familiar, is a delectable paste made from toasted sesame seeds. It's a staple in Middle Eastern cuisine, lending its creamy, nutty charm to dishes like hummus, baba ganoush, and halva. But tahini isn't just for traditional Middle Eastern recipes. Its versatility makes it a delightful addition to dressings, marinades, and even desserts. And what's even better is that making your own tahini at home is a snap. There's a certain magic to homemade tahini. It's incredibly fresh, free from preservatives, and the consistency can be tailored to your preference. Store-bought tahini doesn't quite compare. It's like the difference between a factory-made shirt and a tailor-made one. The latter just fits better, doesn't it? So are you ready to whip up some silky smooth tahini in your kitchen? Let's walk through the process together. Before we start, gather all the ingredients needed to make tahini. The beauty of tahini lies in its simplicity, requiring just two main ingredients: sesame seeds and oil. First, let's talk about sesame seeds. You can choose between hulled and unhulled sesame seeds. Hulled seeds will give your tahini a smoother texture and a slightly sweeter taste, while unhulled seeds provide a richer, more intense flavor. It's all about your personal preference. Next, we need oil. Neutral oils like canola or grapeseed oil are ideal for making tahini. They help to blend the sesame seeds into a smooth paste without overpowering the nutty flavor of the seeds. Lastly, while not necessary, you may want to consider adding a pinch of salt or a drizzle of honey to enhance the flavor of your tahini. These are optional, but can add a beautiful depth to your finished product. Now that we have everything ready, let's move on to the first step of the tahini making process. The first step to making tahini is toasting the sesame seeds. Now, don't underestimate the power of toasting. It's like a magical transformation that unlocks the rich, nutty flavor hidden within each seed. To toast sesame seeds, you'll want to grab a dry pan. That's right, no oil, butter, or any other liquid. We're going for a dry heat here. Place the pan over medium heat and add your sesame seeds. Now this is where you need to be vigilant. Sesame seeds can go from toasty to burnt in a heartbeat. So keep those seeds moving. Stir them frequently, ensuring they toast evenly, and don't get too cozy with the bottom of the pan. As they toast, you'll notice a change in color. They'll turn a beautiful golden brown and the aroma will be irresistible. Nutty, warm, and downright tantalizing. Once you have your toasted sesame seeds, we're ready to move on to the next step. Now that we have our toasted sesame seeds, it's time to grind them. The heart of making tahini lies in the transformation of the humble sesame seed into a rich, creamy paste. This is where the magic happens. To start, we'll need a tool. A food processor or a high-powered blender will do the trick. It's important to choose a machine that can really get in there and pulverize the seeds, transforming them from their original form into something completely new. Start by adding your toasted sesame seeds into your chosen device. Be sure to let the seeds cool down after toasting before you begin the grinding process. This cooling period allows the seeds to harden back up, making them easier to grind. Once the seeds are in, it's time to hit that power button. At first, the seeds will break down into a crumbly mixture. Don't be alarmed. This is a part of the process. Continue to grind the seeds. As they break down further, they'll start to release their natural oils. This is where we start to see the transformation from seeds to paste. If you're finding that your mixture isn't as smooth as you'd like, or if it's sticking to the sides of the blender or food processor, you can add a bit of oil. This will help to achieve a smoother texture. It's important to add the oil gradually. You want to achieve a thick but pourable paste. Too much oil and your tahini will be too runny, too little and it may be too thick. Keep an eye on your tahini as it grinds. You're looking for a consistency that's smooth and creamy. It may take a few minutes, but patience is key here. You want to ensure that all the seeds have been thoroughly ground into the paste. You're looking for a consistency that's akin to a thick, pourable paste. With your sesame seeds now transformed into a paste, we're almost at the end of our tahini making journey. This is where the true flavor of the sesame seeds shines through, and where your dishes will gain an added depth and complexity. We're now at the final stage of making tahini. What an exciting journey it has been. Now, to give your tahini an extra kick, there's an optional step you can take. Consider seasoning your tahini with a pinch of salt or a drizzle of honey. This step is purely based on your personal preference, and it's completely okay to skip it if you prefer the pure, unadulterated taste of sesame seeds. Adding salt can help bring out the nutty flavor of the sesame seeds even more, while honey will provide a hint of sweetness that can balance the overall taste. It's all about finding that perfect balance that suits your taste buds. But remember, less is more when it comes to seasoning. You can always add more later, but you can't take it back once it's mixed in. Now, for storage. Homemade tahini should always be stored in an airtight container. This keeps it fresh and prevents it from drying out. The best place to store your tahini is in the refrigerator. Its cool temperature will help preserve the tahini and keep it fresh for longer. When stored properly, homemade tahini usually has a shelf life of up to a month. However, always use your senses to judge. If it smells off or the texture changes, it might be time to whip up a fresh batch. Also, don't worry if your tahini separates over time with oil on top and solids at the bottom. This is completely normal for natural tahini. Just give it a good stir before you use it, and it will come back to its creamy glory in no time. And there you have it, your very own homemade tahini. Try it in your next hummus recipe or drizzle it over your favorite salad. Enjoy!